Hello friends, welcome to Cooking with Claudia. Today I'm showing you how I made these deliciously flavorful baked lobster tails. Lobster tails are one of my favorite seafoods and it's so easy to make them at home. Let's get started. We're using 4 lobster tails for this recipe, and the first thing we're going to do is remove their little legs. I'm going to use a scissors to cut them off. Once those are cut off, we're going to deshell the lobster tails. Use a sharp pair of scissors to cut right down the middle of the shell. Make sure you don't cut all the way through. Stop cutting when you get to the tail. Next, turn the lobster tail over. Then use both thumbs to press down hard on this side of the tail. You should hear the shell crack as you're pressing on it. Flip the lobster tail back over. Then open up the shell to expose the meat. Use your fingers to pull the lobster meat out of the shell. Then you're going to close back the shell, then sit the lobster meat right on top of it. Next, we're going to place the deshelled lobster tails onto a lined baking sheet. Set the lobster tails aside while we put together the rest of the ingredients. Place 4 tablespoons of butter into a mixing bowl. Then add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika, a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano. Next, we're going to melt this in the microwave for about 30 seconds or until the butter is completely melted. Mix everything together. Then you're going to season with salt and black pepper to your taste. Scoop about a teaspoon of the mixture onto each lobster tail. Then use a brush to smear the spice mixture all over the lobster tails. Make sure you set a little bit of the spice mixture aside for later. When the lobster tails come out of the oven, we'll use the rest of the spice mixture for a final brushing. Be sure that you've preheated your oven to broil. Place the lobster tails into the oven to broil for 10 minutes. When the lobster tails come out of the oven, we're going to do a final brushing with the butter and spice mixture. Last, we're going to sprinkle some freshly chopped parsley all over the lobster tails. Then these delicious lobster tails are ready to be enjoyed. These lobster tails came out so flavorful. They're very juicy, tender, and delicious. If you guys would like to make this recipe, check the description box for all the ingredients and measurements. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!